Alright, so we are heading out. It is still early morning. We're setting foot. I don't remember how long it took us. I don't know if we even camped before we got to the forest. It was pretty...
It was pretty much...
Yeah.
Like, before we didn't even cross the bridge yet.
Okay.
It was the forest along the river to the bridge. Because y'all decided to not take the road because of the Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all just walked along the river.
Okay.
And that's the patch of the forest where they were like, this is ours.
Mm-hmm.
There's a road here.
And I love how, we went through the first time, and after talking my way through, I got told not to come back, and I was like, okay. And then this puppy I say puppy, and she was, up to here, comes along and leaves with us. And now I come back riding her, and she's up to here.
I mean, they expected that, though. She's about the size that they were now.
Yeah. Were they that big? I don't remember them being that big.
They were giant wolves.
Jeez. I don't remember them being like large horse size.
They were horse wolves. Yeah.
Jeez. I would have been a lot more scared, I think.
So you get to the forest. This oh-so-familiar forest. Wasn't very long out of town. Roll perceptions.
Actually, I'm just going to be... Well, yeah, I'll be looking around some too, but I'll also just be waiting until I notice that Gianna has noticed them.
Okay.
That's a 27 perception. And then I'll do like a sense motive for Gianna. Does that work?
Sure.
That's a natural 1, so that's a 10 sense motive.
What was the perception roll?
27.
30 perception.
So all of you notice that as soon as they're there, pretty much, you see some eyes in the bushes.
Hello?
And a giant wolf steps out and blocks your way, sits down, cocks his head, and then in Celestial, he sounds kind of amused, actually. I thought I told you not to come back ever again.
You did, but we were retreading old ground, and I figured we could go around, but Gianna said she wanted to come back and see old family.
He laughs a little bit. Her mother told me that was her name now. Welcome back, little one. And they run together, and it's all cute and adorable.
And I assume that means I fell off.
You roll a ride. I'll let you roll a ride for that one. Yes, you fall off.
Yeah.
How high up is that? 10 feet? Is that fall damage yet?
If it's exactly 10 feet or more, it would be, yeah.
Okay, no, it's not quite.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. Her head is 10 feet.
Yeah.
You weren't on her head. So you still hit. There's a thud. And you went hit, but not hurt. And it's as cute and adorable as two giant wolves can be. Gianna is a little bit bigger than him, but not quite noticeably so.
Mm-hmm.
He looks pretty much the same as he did when you left. What doing? They're just catching up. She's telling him about things that she's done.
I'll stand up and I'll get my crutch out since she's gonna apparently be too hyper for me to ride on her right now, which is fine. And I'll just either walk along if they start walking or just wait for her to catch up.
Okay. No.
Yes.
What is Jash doing?
I'm a little bit calmer now that I've been traveling with the giant wolf for so long, but wait, I can speak to him in Celestial now.
You can speak Celestial? So you understood them. So
Character growth. I can understand the giant god wolf now.
Actually, you never knew you were told never to come back. So
no, I did. I did say it.
That? Okay.
Yeah, I said it right away.
I can speak Celestial now.
So you hear them all talking in Celestial, and you can just inside. You're just like, yes.
I'm dancing. My little tiny dancer in my head's just grooving out now.
All right. They do catch up and They talk for a little while, a good while. He thanks you for taking good care of her, even though you kidnapped her.
Hey.
You get the feeling he's not being completely serious.
Yeah.
about the kidnapping part.
I'm gonna say, hey, I told y'all she seemed to be coming with me and you could come get her if you wanted. You had told me not to come back, so I didn't.
He is, this wolf is an oracle of Pharasma.
Oh.
So.
Huh.
I don't know if you could sense that or
I don't think so, I would
but-
know. There's a spell called Detect the Faith that would tell me, but I'm not casting it or have it prepared. I wonder if he's higher level than me. But yeah, I'm just letting them catch up since Shiano was the one to come back.
He was the oracle entrusted with taking care of the daughter that Pharasma knew about.
And I was the one entrusted with killing her other daughter.
Yeah.
Or the other half of her.
Well, you were all pretty involved with that.
Yeah.
This wolf might not have been. He was just a normal wolf one day, and then suddenly the goddess of death was like, "Hey, have some power. You need it. Take this child." Also, you're huge now because you're gonna need that too. She will outgrow you. You're hitting her at the same size as you.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, just...
And as you see the two of them next to each other, and you see how much bigger her paws are in comparison to his, it hits you just how much bigger she's going to get.
I mean, I've met her dad multiple times.
You're just like,
I'm just like, ooh, I could build a castle on, like, between the bridge of her ear and just live there.
a house, yeah, like a small hut.
Yeah,
maybe a
yeah.
castle.
Yeah, okay, yeah, not castle. I feel like any structure sitting atop a god wolf with that god wolf's permission, I can call that whatever the hell I want. If I start calling that a castle, there aren't going to be many people that are saying, no, that's just a shoddy hut. What are you talking about?
It's like, look at my castle. Oh, it's more of a hut. Wolf. Like, leaning against the wolf's face, looking up at the hut. It's like, I only count 2 stories. I don't think that's a castle.
Oh. Heck, I could actually just dig it out of the platinum ring at that point. The earring.
Yeah,
it
right.
keeps growing too.
I wouldn't build it inside that. It's going to be moving a lot.
Oh, that would be hilarious,
Every
though.
step it bounces.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, shit.
You could just like get her a little necklace that like would be a birdcage, but it's
Oh, that's genius, and do that now, yeah. That's a wonderful
It could start
idea.
out being a little tiny one, but it would eventually grow and you can live with it.
That's a great idea.
Good job, Luna, thinking outside the box.
Yeah,
Outside of the
I just
box.
remember seeing like birdcage necklaces,
Mhm.
but you can do that with an actual house.
So,
Just
there's
continue.
really not much for you guys to do in the
Yeah,
forest. Shiana stays there. They talk and do wolf things pretty much all day, and then you're escorted to the other end
Mm.
and are told you can come back whenever.
Okay.
Doom looked very on edge for the entire end.
Oh.
Out there.
I'm just going to break her psyche by the end of this trip, aren't I? Like, about the time I introduce her to, like, the third god.
She's already been broken. We won't do it again, but she's unsettled. She gets unsettled. She gets. It's like, oh, okay, these are things that are happening.
Oh.
So other side of the forest, you meet the road again, cross the bridge. The next step was the mountains because y'all skipped over the city and went straight to the mountains
Yeah,
to
yeah,
meet the
that's
lizard
right.
folk, and then you had to backtrack to get to Mistress, and then go
Yeah.
forward again to get to the mountains.
Actually, that's true. So
What do you want to do?
let's head. So if we go to Mistress, the lizard folk camp would be on the way to the Ned's place, more or less.
Where'd y'all go after the lizard folk?
The city with the artifact, the sunrise party thing
That was the Ferals. The Ferals was what y'all did after.
was after that.
Yeah, okay.
That's what led us to the Pharaohs,
Gotcha.
and I believe that was right after.
Yeah, the lizard folk are on the mountain's top, like in the mountains, and then there's the valley with the Ferals.
Okay, so the other one is like right on the edge or something.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought it was further than that. Oh well. Then yeah, let's go to Mistress first, since we can just do it in order without having to backtrack with the walking, and we'll just do it a little bit out of order. Sound good? See how that's holding up. Probably won't find a lot of fun things to do there.
Considering the fun things to do there were the things
Yeah.
y'all had to put a stop to.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right.
Who knows? Maybe they have like a gambling district set up now to replace it. We'll see.
Oh yeah, you'll be hitting Ganai again.
Mm-hmm. I'm on better terms with them now, though, because I convinced them to not do the killing the island thing. That was the only real sticking point.
All right, so after a day of walking, pretty much, you get to that oh so familiar towering stone wall with a cast iron gate open at this moment. There are 2 guards on either side. Going inside, stone buildings, stone streets. The Lonely Hippo is the first tavern you see.
I'll say. How about we meet
Wait,
back?
is this the place where I killed the succubus?
Yes.
In Verdun whorehouse?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That building.
Would I not be committed for arson here?
Caught?
Yeah, I don't think there were really any witnesses that.
Yeah.
Well,
that was
actually-
a pretty crazy time, crazy day. Like,
There would have been some people that survived that saw us, because you remember Shiana, or no, not Shiana, Cal was the one that threw us all unconscious out of the window, and that's how we escaped, because we actually were losing that fight.
No, it wasn't Cal, it was the lizard chick.
No, the lizard chick was dead when we got there, I believe.
No, I'm pretty sure she
Oh, no,
got
no.
there and then she died.
No, she was there too, but she was like blindfolded and tied up because she had been kind of brainwashed. It was Cal that I had nursed back to health enough that she was able to throw us out the window.
after.
And then the lizard folk died in that battle or by getting thrown out the window. And we took her body back, yeah. I should prepare. Nah, never mind. But yeah. So I'll say, how about we meet back up here tonight? And I'm gonna go wander, see if I can find anything to do before then.
Okay.
And I start wandering through town, keeping an ear out for adventure.
Shiana does not go into this town. She, if I remember correctly, did not like how it smelled the first time. She wasn't very
Sounds
happy.
right, yeah.
So she's like, I'll hang out in the forest out here.
Okay.
Knowledge local if you want to know if there are any beasts nearby that can take her. Or you can assume that there aren't, because that's probably what the answer is.
I'm going to do a knowledge local to see if there are any beasts nearby to keep her entertained, or if she's going to get bored.
Okay.
Natural 20.
She'll find something to entertain herself, you're sure.
Okay. I'll call you if I need to. I don't expect you
Wait,
to.
hello, Tiana.
I have called her with nothing but my voice and a bit of willpower from another dimension, and she showed up from another plane. I like that wolf.
Doom wanders off as well.
Okay.
Where do you go?
Oh Lord, where do I go? I kind of want to look at the whorehouse again. I want to go check it out.
What?
I want to go check out the whorehouse.
The whorehouse? Oh, you run into Doom there. It's
Oh.
gated and locked, so you cannot get inside.
Why is Doom going to the whorehouse?
She was just wandering the city, and that is kind of it was in the center of the city, so it's kind of easy to find.
Okay, so yeah, I go to the whorehouse. Do we still smell the sweet strawberries then?
Mm-mm.
Does it look like it's closed down?
It looks like, yeah, it's just the building has been like rebuilt and the fire damage repaired, but it doesn't seem to be owned by anybody anymore.
I wonder if Dungeon's still there.
Oh, perception.
I broke that.
Well, someday we can go fight the slime again.
The entrance was in the mirror,
Oh yeah.
and I shattered the mirror at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, that rolls. Oh yeah, my perception's 14. I don't remember if I rolled a 6 or a 9.
Your perception's a 14?
Yeah.
You notice that now that you've gotten to the whorehouse, you
No,
see it's closed
just
down.
the skill thing is 14.
No, yeah, I
Okay.
know. With either a 6 or a 9, you will make the check. You notice that now that you've gotten to the whorehouse and have seen a little bit of the city, you realize it looks a lot poorer than it was when you left, or when you were there the first time.
Probably because the damage we did to the whorehouse. Or the
Well-
they stabbed through the eyes.
More the lack of income from the whorehouse. It was a industry in the town. We shut down the industry.
Where does Docky go?
Wanders the streets semi-randomly. Like I said, keeping the ear out for anything that might lead to something fun to do. Letting my adventure senses move where they may.
You hear some people complaining about a group of young worms, like young worms, not like dragon worms, but like
Yeah, W-O, not W-Y-R.
yeah, that were kind of messing up like a farm type land outside the town, but that's all you really hear. People complaining about how this town used to be great.
This town used to be great when we kidnapped people from nearby and you know.
Townsfolk didn't necessarily.
I know. I'm just saying I don't feel bad. Also, it wasn't that great before anyway.
They were better.
Yeah. Let's see. Then yeah, I just kind of keep wandering for a while. Step into a bar or two as I find them. Listen out there for a bit. Get a drink. Get back on my... head back out, that kind of thing.
No, town's pretty much slowed down. They don't really do much.
Okay.
It seems.
I meant to do this in the forest, but I forgot, so I'm going to do it here. I'm going to cast Locate Gate again. So I heard it twice this morning. No? Okay. One day I'll find one. An adventure will happen. Yeah. Then yeah, I'll just head back over to the inn we saw at the beginning towards evening time.
Buy a room. Stay the night. It's a 4 copper.
Actually, I think I'm going to tell them I'm going to head back out in the forest and I'm going to camp with Shiana.
Okay.
It's been forever. I've actually been in beds most of the time lately.
Do you get a room, Luna?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a room.
Yeah, I get a room. 4 copper. Pardon.
I'll give him 2 gold.
Okay. Jesus. The life of a celebrity.
I may have killed their only way to income, but I'm still gonna be nice. Oh. I may have killed the city, sort of, but that doesn't mean I'm a total bad person.
Just
Well,
mostly.
Not a bad person at all, because
So, do you sleep in a tent or under the stars?
under the sea.
I'd get my tent out, actually.
Under the sea.
Probably cast Mending on it, because it's just to make sure it's still fine. And I assume I have no trouble finding Shiana.
No, you pretty much call her when she comes. As per the norm.
And yeah, just sleep the night.
Wake up in the morning, head back in, tell her which gate we'll be leaving, because I assume it'll be the opposite one to since we were passing through, kind of thing. I go into town to collect people.
Alright, everybody meets up with you.
Anybody want to do anything else in town?
No. Shauna's like, I had a great time.
I played the ensue gold. I've contributed. That's it. I don't get any.
She felt guilty.
Not really.
Actually, before I leave Shiana and head inside, I'll tell her,
Has anybody given me nasty looks for my boy? Just my boy walking around with me?
No.
Okay, cool.
He just looks like a frog person who's following you around and blind.
I have him tied up.
Oh, is he tied up?
Yeah, I have a rope that hold. Hold on, I'll hold his hand so I can guide him around. Yeah, it won't look weird. It'll look nice and conspicuous.
I'll tell Shiana that I will be doing Battle for Banquet again. Does she want me to bring everyone else outside so we can do it out here and she can have some too, or does she want to just hunt while she's here?
No, I'm full.
Okay. Then we're gonna eat breakfast in town and then head out. And I do that. And in the end, I do Battle for Banquet. Yada yada yada.
Alright, so y'all go back up the mountains today. This is your trek back to the lizard folk. You find a spot where you fought the harpies, and y'all's memory actually goes blank. You cannot remember this part of the journey.
We did wake up at some point.
Yeah. But you lose track.
Oh, like of where we're going.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's right.
You get to a
That's
fork.
right.
You get to a fork in the road, and both of you are just realize that you don't remember.
I remember
got to where you got.
deciding going down into the valley.
But
then we didn't
But there
go
are also multiple valleys. Like this is.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
the thing is, it was right at a fork. We decided to go down into the valley, and then immediately went the other way. So it's like, I think we went this way?
And Shiana's like, no, this was the way.
Really? Oh. Okay.
And she goes, and y'all find the cave, and that's what you remember fighting by. So
Yeah. And bringing everyone back in and keeping them alive in.
So that fight was pretty hard too.
Mm-hmm.
Shiana saved y'all's butts in that fight. That's one of the first things you remember. Actually, is like, oh yeah, this is one of the first times Shiana was like.
Well, yeah, it was her first fight
Mhm.
with us. And I used my last healing to bring her back to consciousness, and then she finished off the last harpy.
That was tense few rounds too, because it was both of them battling it out for me.
Yeah. And then it was like, I hadn't actually, like, I wouldn't say I've trained her, but we've become closer and she's not going to attack me. That wasn't necessarily true at that point. This was right after I got her. So it was like, I need to take care of these people. If I do anything that makes her snap at me once, I'm going to pass out and we're just all going to bleed to death. That was it. That was part of the trouble.
If she bites you, you're gonna pass out, and we're just all gonna bleed to death.
Like if I had
just like that.
If I had stepped too close to one of the harpies she was eating, that would have been it. You know.
Oh god, such a good time.
Oh man.
These are the memories that everyone's remembering, and they're just standing there going.
We almost died there, and there, and
I was
there.
laying there. Hey, look, is that my blood stain?
Actually, speaking of the cave, does it look like it's still getting used every now and then, or?
Yeah, it does actually. It looks thoroughly undusty.
I'm guessing
actually-
what I know now would
Perception.
be one of the lizard folks, use it when they come hunting. That's a 13. Yay.
Not a hard check. The coals are still warm.
Oh.
Like, it probably was a fire within the past 3 or 4 hours.
So here.
You notice that as well.
we could head back to the village, or we could maybe track whoever was in here, just see what they're up to, see if there's anything to do.
This is your vacation, Valky.
But I've brought people with me, so I'm offering suggestions.
This is Doom's first go, and Shiana was still puppy when she was during this path. So.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
kind
could
of
still
curious.
want to do things or not, you know.
I'm kind of curious who's still living here.
Okay. Shiana, do you think you could track whoever was here? Because I know I
She
can't.
sniffs the ground. Yes. She doesn't even sniff the ground.
Alright, well, let's go do that then, I guess.
Y'all catch up to him pretty quickly. He's not going too fast. He's taking his time looking for good game. You catch him in like a couple hours.
As it is one of the lizard folk.
It is a lizard folk. Yep. He's got green and blue scales. They're kind of green and blue scales.
Oh yeah. Like some are green, some are blue, or it's a greenish bluish.
It's a greenish bluish.
Okay. Yeah.
Depending on how the light is, they kind of look a little different.
Oh. Do I recognize them from the little bit of time I spent in the village before?
Roll an intelligence check
Oh.
and a percentile.
That's a 9.
No. No, you do not.
Oh.
Luna, would you like to try and recognize him? You can.
Yes.
Roll intelligence check and a percentile.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Take it. Natural 20 on the intelligence and 93.
Yes. Not only do you remember who he is, you remember his whole name, his sister's name, his mother's name, and what his favorite food is.
Well,
It happens to be grilled squirrel.
on Facebook. Except I don't leak people's data. I'm not telling you shit.
Wonderful. So glad.
So Josh walks up to him and just begins a conversation, like right off, like they're old friends. It's whatever.
Oh. So I say greetings, and she's talking, I guess, and now it's Sims.
Is she Mally for you?
Llama ding-a-dong.
Yeah, just greetings.
Hi, what's up?
Just passing through. I've been heading back through some places I used to be, and I was coming back to visit the lizard folk village here, and I noticed someone had recently used the cave that I used to nurse everyone back to health last time I was here, so I'm curious who that was. It appears it was you.
Yep, just me. I'm on one of my regular hunting runs.
Oh. Well, I know if I stick around, I will hinder you greatly. So I'm gonna nod.
Well, good luck on your travels then. It was lovely to see you again.
Thank you. Good luck with your hunting.
I don't even remember. This is like Mimi. Like Josh does, so I'm like, who the fuck? Who is this?
Just somebody you knew in the village when you were partying with them.
For those
Oh,
like
okay.
2 days.
Yeah. Because y'all were there for a little while.
And we ate the old man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the young girl.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think I ate any of it.
Yeah, I don't think you did. I
Yeah,
think
Josh and Shiana did. And they got buffs.
and then Craig did and did not.
I'm going to look at Chiana and just kind of questioningly look without actually saying anything, like the "do you want to help them hunt, or do you want to just come with us" kind of thing.
She turns around and goes back the way y'all came.
Okay.
She's interested to see the lizard people.
Okay.
She remembers they had good food.
They did. They are good food.
They are good food.
So yeah, we'll head back that way, I guess.
Alright, so it does take you a little bit extra time since you went off the trail, but you get there before it gets too dark. It's starting to get a little dark outside though. You come up upon the village. They're cooking what looks like a buffalo.
Oh yeah, I've got to apologize for the skull getting broken too now. Damn it.
The what?
The skull shattering.
Yeah, skull broke.
Well, it did bring her back to life.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to spin it like that's a good omen.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the shaman accidentally created a cursed item.
Oh, it was cursed?
Not cursed, but it was not a happy item.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm angry at him.
Yeah, she had told me to be careful because if it did, the item was kind of protecting the spirit, and if it did break, it could become angry, and... Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, good times.
Where did it break? Oh, at the always party.
Actually may have been really
Outside.
helpful. It was right by the pit.
Uh-huh.
So it may have just it may have kept it from like going anywhere else though, because that kind of sucked in bad emotions and things. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so head back into the clearing
Oh no.
village thing.
They're there. You see lizard folk. I'm sure you do remember some of them that you can catch up with. The village is doing pretty well for itself. No really hard times have come upon them. They're getting by as they always have.
Cool. Is the human still there? The single non-lizard folk?
Oh, why was he there?
He had been orphaned and he just ended up living there and just was one of their hunters. I think he was called, I don't think it was orphan, but it was something like that. It was
Orphanian.
No, like it was some description of like
Batman.
may have been orphan.
Child whose parents are dead.
Jesus, I don't remember it at all.
It was either orphan, like I said, it was something like that. He just never changed the name because like he had been found and they kind of called him that. That just was.
You don't see him, but if you ask about him, yeah, he's around. He's just on a hunting trip.
Okay.
Was that the dude we saw?
No, because he was the lizard folk. So yeah, I'm gonna cut video here.